we go. I do believe we're live. I'll say. Indeed. Oh. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. This chair has a little piece of wire sticking out. Oh, better. What a travel. What a travel it has been. We are mostly home. I'm getting closer to a return to normalcy. Is that Joe? Are you getting a little low right now? There's no lovins? It's nice to have you friends here with me. It's definitely not my usual time, but I am here. I did it. Who, me? Hey, Joe. I see you. I know you're here with me. You can feel it. Been missing Joe a lot. We traveled a lot, of course, today. What? 7-ish hours of driving. And then we didn't wake up too early this morning. We stopped a few places. But we did interject with movie watching. We watched the new Avatar movie. And it touched me, I'll say. Made me kind of sad. Made me a little bit sad. Made me think about the value of family a lot. Right? I just spend a lot of time with my family. And there was so many archetypes explored in that whole experience. I felt there was a part of me that kind of got tortured a little bit. Right? Because if I definitely am one of those that watches the Avatar movies to see the Avatar world. And then I do also watch the Avatar world getting bogattied. and I have to contend with my own mind to be like, you're watching make believe. None of that's real. Remember. And still I can feel my heart breaking for what's it, Awa? Mama Gaia. Nature. Nature as an entity. Family is one of the things that definitely was explored in that whole fractal, and obviously, as you friends know, family was the fractal I've been exploring this vacation too. This was one of the few opportunities with the family like this that we've had. It's the first opportunity since we're all adults, technically as well. And it has been nice to see how we return to normalcy. Yesterday we had really meaningful conversations as a family. Really, really meaningful. Where we, in so many words, aired our grievances. Got to say what bothers us about our family dynamic. And it felt very healing to be heard and to be seen, to be understood, a little bit at the very least, for the way in which we have influenced one another. Right? Because you do, good or bad, have an influence on the world. That part you cannot escape. Now it's just a matter of trying to maximize the kind of impact that you make. And I've been very mindful of that. Sam! Hey, Sam. Ooh, I made it. Howdy, folks. I missed you all. We missed you too, Sam. I was, missing you friends a lot. Like, a lot. I even talked about you, Sam. Look at this. A pair of shoes got acquired. Yeah, I can now go climb rocks without destroying my feet. Technically, I can do that now. Something. Only if you wear them, Melt. Goes out there with my sandals anyway. I see Xiao blessing our Sam friend too. I technically had a little bit more left in here from the last time. Let's see. Maybe we'll go deep into this conversation a little bit. I have nowhere to be right now other than in bed. And I am probably going to make flour here with you, friends. I feel like I'm becoming a bit of part of the environment with my hair. Yes, this is it. A return to normalcy. Is there such a thing? Is there such a thing as normal? I mean, I guess for me, rhythm in a certain way is normal. And my rhythm, I can tell you, has been challenged because everybody plays their own little drum. Everybody has their own tune to add. And sometimes you have to fall in with the music that's playing. Learned a good deal about myself in that way as well. It was nice having some Mary Jane with me. I won't lie. You know, there was for a while there an intention at the start of the month for me to go without. But I do think it might not have been as fun. I think especially of the driving, right? I of course did offer to drive as well, and on those days I wouldn't. But when you're just sitting in the car, I didn't, and I will toot my own horn. Spend a lot of time on my phone, right? In some parts, it felt like I was missing the opportunity to engage more in some ways, right? But in the other one, I was really trying to, in Afrikaans we say, koop die tyd, to buy out the time, to really just immerse myself in the drive, to look at the mountains with awe. I saw so many mountains this trip that I've never seen before. And it just suddenly dawned upon me, continues to dawn upon me how much beauty there is in the world. And how value systems, like you can go from one place that's spectacularly beautiful to the next place that's spectacularly beautiful. But the one place doesn't have stuff to do. So the spectacular beauty has less pull, value, literally, quite literally, less value. And it was so stark, continues to be stark to me, how different every single person sees the world. And what it is you look for, and what it is you find value in the most. I think I have been completely converted this trip to becoming a person that has, we'll call it a personal mobility device with them, right? Me and Joe will have a UC in the vehicle wherever we go, because it does add an element of I want to use the word fun on tap, right? It's like literally there's this thing where if you get on it, it's fun. And then you can go and have fun looking at stuff. There were so many beautiful churches. I think that's the part that I probably would be the most intrigued by slash drawn to in some of the places we went to. We went through so many ancient little towns, long, like 18s, situated slash created, established. That's the word I'm looking for. And then seeing these churches that came from that era as well, these sandstone churches, so pretty. And having a vehicle like that, I can just imagine myself making a point of it. I'm gonna go and look at all the churches. Yes, looking. Hmm. Thinking. About all of, yes. Yes, and thinking more. Seeing what Sam says. Melt has leveled up. Leveled up. I have experienced a lot, I'll say. I'm trying to actively keep it all in my brain. It's good that we took photos. The parts that really stood out to me was Valley of Desolation, Kango Caves, the cactus gardens in Grafrenet with Uncle Yuan, coolest dude I met on the whole trip. Of course, all of the ocean. The ocean just has the ocean, and I'm like, wow, look at all that ocean. Yeah, that was very stark as well. Had a conversation on the road as well with the family about bringing you friends here, right? Some of the stuff that I've experienced, I want you friends to experience, and I'll make whole packages, all right? How much you, how much are you seeing out for? How much hair do you have on your teeth, as we say? How much heat tolerance? Can you handle some South African? He has real shoes now. Proud of you for wearing them. Yes. I totally didn't just put them on when we got here for the first time to see if I actually do like the way that they feel on my feet. And I do. I do like the way they feel on my feet. They do have some extra space. So and I probably will put on thermal or whatever socks that are dubby thick. I'll have space for those socks alongside the rest of the shoe. It's been such a beautiful fractal seeing my family want the best for me too. Wanting to almost like help me prepare by asking questions in some ways. And I feel I have a certain level of calm, I think, about the whole situation that sets them at ease as well. I look forward to seeing how that's going to be the new normal, right? I'm returning to normalcy, today's stream topic. But this is going to be only 25 days. 25 days from now, Joe is going to land in this country again. And we're going to go to my brother's wedding. Then he's going to leave on his honeymoon. Then me and Joe are going to return to my home, pack my bags, and then leave the next day, on the Tuesday, technically. All right? 3 and a little bit weeks. Less than a month, literally, at this point. Is it? No, it's about a month. And the world will be new again. Newer, even. Right? And I feel like that's also something I experienced during this whole trip. That I have lived in South Africa my whole life, essentially. I was away for a while. But there's so much I haven't seen. And it dawns upon me that it's not impossible for me to. Right? I think that gave me a little bit hope. I saw a lot. And I had the conversation with the family in the car. In some ways, I realized how big South Africa is. Like, we did drive, I think the longest trip that we went on was like 7 hours straight driving. But we did break it up in pieces at the very least. But it didn't feel impossible. And the roads were so beautiful that, and I said this at one point as well, if I wasn't allowed to get out of the car, if I had to sleep in the car and I had to just be able to look out the windows everywhere we drove, even that would have been indescribably valuable. Again, there was so much good shared between us as a family yesterday as well. Gives me hope. I love my family, and I hope you friends know that I do, at this point, consider you family too. During today's experience, again missing my usual time slot, I felt extra heavy, you know, feeling like I'm not as present as I should be with you friends at the time that I usually am. And I knew that this moment would come for us, that we would find ourselves here again. It always is like that. Showing up once a day, every day, for as long as it takes to make the world a better place. Right? And then if I showed up today and the world became a better place, it's going to feel so good that I'll have to do it tomorrow again. And if I showed up today and the world isn't a better place, then I'll feel so bad that I'll try harder next time or something like that. Right? Don't bother combining it out when you get here. Combing my hair? Combing it out when you get here. It'll help you fit in. Als ik aangaan. Cool, cool. Dan zal hij zeker automatic latch. Dat is een mak. Je hebt bij doen Like a slap. Meltmore, can you give us a house tour? This is my brother's place. And it's a house that's attached to the business that my brother works for. And there's a house on top of the house. There's like split units that are also not my brother's occupation space. So there's like multiple layers of I would, right? I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of. Right? It's a house. It's got place to wash dishes, got place to sit, place to eat food. All things considered, it's a nice place to be. There's a peach tree behind me, bearing peaches as we speak. I tried to pick one earlier, but it was found before me by something else, unfortunately. Meltmore, the night is so pretty. There's actually stars out here. I was happy to see. It's the first time I'm in this state of the world, dark as well, technically. Lekker slaap. Good sleeps to you. Thank you, Xiao. They were asking a lot about you today, too. It was nice telling them about you. Meltmore, can you give us? Yeah, no. Love is true, though. Maybe I'll go and see if I can find a peach. My sister is in the room across from me. Let's see. Still hard. It's softer. I don't know if there's gonna be a ripe one here, huh? The ones that are soft because some sort of bug dude liked the taste of them too. Is that a jaju? No. I'm glad you don't have memory loss like the other YouTubers that keep forgetting that my name is Angelina. Yeah. And I have excuses, apparently, to forget. But no. No, I remember. I only remember because of the way in which I remembered it as well. Right? Context matters. I guess an impression was made. There is more left in there, but I don't think I need more. So I return these little bitties to you, universe. Some plant material for your dirt. May it compost and turn into nutrients that will feed those happy little myceliums, producing their novel compounds that they give to the trees. Spending some time with the forests. Dalien Matia, lady that found these massive trees. And there's a Kranganibos. There's circles in the forest. I saw some of the most beautiful red fungi where the mycelium was blood red as well, where you would pick up a piece of wood that was being colonized by that red fungus, and you would see like half the wood is white still, and then half the wood is just like looks like it's got soaked with the fungus, as the mycelium grows into it. Just like we don't see, I don't have much fungi, at least not above ground visible that way in the world that I'm from. The world that I'm from is not arid, but dry. Well, let's say that. Right. And fungi do pop up occasionally, but again, it will be those generic garden mushrooms. The ones that grow on trees fascinate me extra. We saw so much diversity and the patterning. I do like to make art. There were so many conversations that I had, and I gave so much of my art away, and I'm happy I did. I can create beautiful things, but it's almost like I am echoing, right? The whole all art is imitation, and the ultimate art is what's right in front of us, kind of thing, right? And art is subjective. I feel like that's one of the cool things as well about it. He's not cool, by the way. He's annoying and keeps telling me to shut up. I think I'm missing context. Missing context. I think peaches are one of my favorite fruits. I do like a good peach as well, Joe. It's true. They do have nice flavors. My mind is cataloging all of the peaches I've had. I'm like, rarely, unless it's a bad peach. But if it's a good peach, rarely do I find myself not enjoying it. I'm like, yeah, this is vibes. Fruit are the best candy. I want to echo that into my subconscious. Fruit is the best candy. You want something candy? Eat some fruit. That's good. Yes, I agree myself. Oh, Joe. Love is true. By the way, Joe, someone in my class's name is Joe Lol. Or maybe just Joe. And then you're saying lol. Or wat praat ons oor wat praat ons meld? Ons praat. You praat ons. Spelled J-O. Usually there's an E at the end. Tell her she's cool. It's a boy. Tell him he's cool. He's annoying. Well, you noticed. Notice was there was noticed. I think there's a Veggie Tales about loving people you think are weird. Suddenly there are so many of us weird people here. Think there is something weird about all of us. And I heard something interesting recently about how all of us are almost like looking for archetypes, is the way that I would vocalize it in my own mind. We're looking for these echoes or reflections or expressions in a certain way, right? And if you can give voice to that expression well enough, weirdly enough, it will be valued. Not by everybody, right? In the same way that a flower that just bloomed is beautiful, right? Extremely so. And maybe smells delicious as well. And it bloomed on the side of the road. And there are people left and right on that road. And there will be some people. There will be some people that come and stand and look at that flower and like, wow, maybe smell it as well. And I feel like that's the way I'm trying to live my life more and more. Right? Not only do I want to create experiences for those kinds of people, the kinds of people that do take the time to appreciate things, but I also want to be a person in my life that does that as well, of course. Right? And I do believe I do, but I still don't think I do it enough. Just going for little walks. Even around your own space. I can get very comfortable in a set loop. And it's rarely comfortable to break it. But it's always fun. Right? And I'm learning that about myself as well. Is there's a balance between discomfort and having fun. We did some go-karting today in the mall parking lot where we watched the movie while we were waiting for our time slot. I think it was $12, 12 or $15 for 15 minutes. And maybe it's one of those TMI things, but I was literally soaked, drenched at my back with the amount of like tension I was under, just like trying to keep my core, steering that thing. I had a literal pump, with the amount of muscle I had to use just holding onto that steering wheel. I had like two brothers that are more wild than I am, way more wild. They like being wild, but it was fun, but so bodily taxing, right? There's like it goes up to like 30 minutes, and I think at one point they had 45 minutes, but it got like scratched, and it 15 minutes was like the way we were riding was almost too much. Like we couldn't keep the pace we set at the start of it. Right? I really did try to keep my pace. Like I kept going at the same speed. I said almost like through the entirety of it. I think my laps were probably very equal. My youngest brother, he got tapped out early, really early. Uh, but him and my brother were the fastest, I think, amongst the two of them. They were on each other. And it's one of those things where I haven't done that in such a long time. And in your mind, you imagine it as a toy, right? It's like, oh, this is going to be a little toy. And then you're in it, and suddenly you're working. You're like really working just to keep yourself on the run. And there's a discomfort in the seating position, in the amount of heat your body is producing, keeping yourself, like I felt like I was like maintaining like this core, this warm core that I was just carving. But your arms get taxed. And the point I'm trying to get to that I keep almost eluding over is the discomfort ratio with fun. Right? How can I teach myself that it's fun to be uncomfortable? Maybe I shouldn't be teaching myself that. Maybe that's bad. maybe that's maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should stop. Uh, but you know me, not one of the two bros wilder than Melt. Someone get some protective gear. We were required to wear helmets, at least. I don't. It's not being used right now, and I think I thought wrong. It's not being used right now, and I think I thought wrong. I'm gonna try and head inside, and then I'm going to make a flower with you friends. All right. I look forward to making flour. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have some good fun making flour. Get your protective gear on. Everybody put on your helmets. We're, we're gonna go for a ride. I'm just thinking about the future fractal show of me actually trying to herd the equivalent of a bunch of, I wanted to use the word cats, but I think it's more appropriate to say the word people. Trying to herd a bunch of people. And how do you get people's attention? Do I have yours? I have my own at least right now. Luckers Law, bye. See you tomorrow. We get Darren here as well. There we go. I'm not missing too many up there. I see Joe saying, I remember a moment last time I made it to South Africa where we were excited about the brilliantly purple jacaranda trees. Melt pulled over so we could see one up close. I totally took a seat pod that looked like a clamshell. Those kind of moments can be so special. They really are. Like, and I wanna have people have experiences like that and see it. All right, it adds even more layer of appreciation for the world I have become accustomed to. I'm gonna see if I can hit buttons. Buttons have been hit. Are we gonna head inside, make some flour together? All right. There's a joy that something's making, and I'm aware of it. But I'm not aware of what's making it, which makes my awareness of it taxing. All right. Ready to rumble. Is that a hoopty hoops? Merry Christmas to my cat. Merry Christmas to mine. Suddenly I think about our cats again. Yeah. They are being fed. If you were worried about that. The dogs too. But I wasn't thinking about them a lot. And I'm going down this rabbit hole of, are they thinking about me? And I don't think so either. And I don't think I'll blame them. They are in their own little world. Time to close the gate. Checking everything is where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna have to slam this thing. Excuse the noise. Sweet. Safety secured. Hallo mama en Sissa. Nee, ek is nog steeds besig. Maar ek het ingekom hierso. Nee, is actually baie lekker daar buite, maar ek wil my blom maak en ek was nie op die wifi gewees daar buite nie. Hy's vang nou op nie. I'm gonna quickly try and switch my connection to the interwebs. Yes, it's thinking about it. I'm thinking with it. Do I have to? Okay, it's happening. No. I'm gonna have to force it. Why it's challenging me, but I got challenged. And I don't know if this is the solution, but for some reason this is the way it wants to do it. I laat nou my phone die Wi-Fi bungee na hierdie phone toe. So my phone is op die Wi-Fi en dan stuur hy daai Wi-Fi konneksie deur. Hold on. We're back. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Oh, this is comfy. Lurk mode on. Mission dishes. Love you, Joe. I shared your philosophy of wash more dishes than you dirty. And that there can be joy extracted from doing so. Don't even start. Did I break the loop? Yeah. I'm at a point where I'm looking forward to returning to some sense of normalcy. It's going to be a good change of pace. I finished the flour, but I guess I was making a lot for a long time without being seen. Oh, there it is. Jo with her heart eyes. This flower is alive, yeah. This flower had some love imbued into it. My entire trip that I had went into this flower, this one right here. You witnessed it being created. I loved yesterday's flower, but this one had a certain level of soul into it. Very fire and ice. This definitely is the day I had. Loving on the blue one. This was my anime outfit show. Ain't that something? Notice the blue hearts. Little melty hearts. Of course, these little ones too, of course. Alright. Now I'll read you a little something, and I'll say you goodbye. And then I'll post that flower. And then I'll do jumping jacks. A couple of. I'm so tired. This is. I mean, it's only 11. Old manning it out here. I was up at 6 this morning, so maybe that has something to do with it. Ja. Makkelijk connecteer. Make like so. And then I'll tell this thing to tell me what the password is by telling this machine. There we go. Where are you? There you are. Internet is connectam. Magic. One day, there will be no more problems. That's gonna be quite a change. I'll get to tell the grandkids about back in my day. Bluetooth sometimes just didn't Bluetooth properly. Sometimes, even though you had Wi-Fi, you just wouldn't have Wi-Fi. But Grandpappy, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, exactly. It didn't make any sense to me back then either. Maybe they'll think me a cool granddad. I'll read them poems. I will. Patched my foot up, but I think I need to patch it more. Suddenly side quest and next mission, patch myself up more. Guess it doesn't have to last forever, but I've been trying to savor these plasters I've been using. They're the kinds that keep the wound in an environment that it prefers to heal. It's the first time that I'm really experimenting with them. I don't actually get injured that frequently, despite the way I engage with the world. Generally is pretty easy to stay unscathed. This was just me trusting slippery rocks that I'm unfamiliar with, right? Usually the rocks I step on, I don't slip on them usually. However, however, those rocks were they were slip and slide 'em. I'm gonna do a little bitty like this. Yeah. You friends are here with me. Just returning to normalcy, right? This is not normal at all, Melt. We never do this. Yeah. This is normal for this time. Yeah. That feels like someone that cared about me did that. Nice. That ain't going nowhere. Did I do that too tight? Is my toe unhappy about that? Are you unhappy, toe? Should I give you some more breathing room? There you go. That better. Did we miss it, Dan says? We did, actually. We did technically miss Wednesday. I noticed. I was hoping nobody else would, but you did. Yeah, job. I don't know if that made it better, but I'll return to normalcy soon. I promise. I don't even know if it's working right now, but I'll read you a poem anyway. These trees no more. I sit with the trees, not seeking. I need to start over again. I'm not sure if this thing's live. Live? Yay. Thank you, Zhao. Thank you for letting me know. I tried it again. Should be good. I trust. The trees no more. I sit with the trees, not asking them for answers, just borrowing their patience. They don't rush the light, they don't improve the wind, they stand in enough so convincingly it makes my wanting feel optional. Bark against my back, leaves editing the sky. I remember how full this is without commentary. The ego starts its gentle noise. If only this angle were different. If only I were further along. If only. The trees do not reply. They keep photosynthesizing peace. Roots holding what doesn't need proving. Branches spending sunlight without counting it.
Sitting here, I notice the surplus air, shade, time. A body still welcome to itself. Nothing is missing, nothing needs fixing. Even the wish for perfect is allowed to pass through like a cloud that never belonged to the sky. I stay. Love stays. And the forest keeps reminding me that enough has always been a place you can sit down. Yeah,
There are many a place to sit down. Perspective grows. Love knows. Right? I know I am tired and ready for sleep. Have a good night, dear friends. Good good afternoon. Maybe for some of you, good morning. It was a pleasure having you here. Feels like it's just me and you right now, Joe. Just me and you here. Like a little bit of a one-sided video call, but I can see you on the other side, being here with me. Love is true. Sending you good vibes. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye. Love is true. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Hoopy too. Love is true. Until we do some more again tomorrow. I missed the button. Hey, Darren. Thanks for the late night stream. So happy to be here with you, dear friend. Thanks for showing up for it. Love to you, everyone.